Yeah.
My other biggest ick is like men that are pussies.
Have you heard?
Oh my God, no way.
Welcome back to the She Said podcast. Welcome back, bitches.
Hey, bitches. So this week, we mainly post on our TikTok. Not quite. We don't have one of those. We mainly post on our TikTok, and we had a hater. We were talking about the Nicki Minaj diss, and they commented like paragraphs about how pretty much we're ugly, our podcast sucks, we're nobodies, our camera quality's trash, our mic quality's trash, how we don't know lyricism because Nicki ate down.
And true, okay? We do have ass quality and ass audio, and listen, we're not professionals here, okay?
For real, but we never came on here and said that we're fucking the best podcasters in the world. Like, we're just regular people.
Regular, schmegular people. You can consider this like a FaceTime call amongst besties. That's the vibe it's giving. It's not giving professional. It's not giving like world renowned, but it's given something and it's funny and we like to do it. So you're going to continue to see it.
And if you don't like it, fucking block us, bitch. We don't care. We don't care. Mind you, the person was like 12. Like,
Literally.
go learn your fucking ABCs and get off TikTok, bitch. Like,
and like, the thing is you can say that we have ass audio, okay? I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. We don't have the best of mics, okay? You got me there. You got me there. Do we have the best camera quality? I'm recording off of a Motorola Razr, okay? I'm not saying it's great, but it does what it needs to do, okay? But what you're not going to do is you're not going to sit in my comment section and call me ugly, because there's one thing that we're going to do around here, and it's tell the truth, and that was a bold-faced lie.
Also, knowing me, you guys will find out very fast. Our haters, I will stalk. I found a lady from fucking Germany, our first hate comment on YouTube. I found that bitch. Okay? I'm gonna stalk. Regardless of the hate, here we are, packing better than ever.
Literally.
You know, as
Still
our
back,
podcast,
still on your For You page, probably.
literally, still getting more likes than you.
We're two broke bitches just trying to have a good time, okay? Like, let us fucking live. Let us fucking live. Stop being a okay. I know that we're miserable, but it's only okay when I do it, okay? Stop being a miserable ass bitch on my podcast.
Or it's okay if you're miserable with us, but not towards us. That's
not
insane.
against us.
That's insane, actually.
It's weird. It's not very demure.
But, like, it's really not. But, like, what did we expect from a Barb? Like, not all of y'all are bad. And I don't absolutely hate Nicki Minaj, per se. I don't dislike her. I mean, you know, she's not my favorite. But, you know, fandoms go hard. I'm surprised we didn't get attacked by the beehives.
Oh,
but
I know. I was so shocked that, like, they didn't find what I said about Beyonce, because I was expecting backlash from that, not from me saying that Nicki Minaj. Which, okay, let's just have we're just gonna go off the rails on this for a minute. Let's sit down and have a conversation about Miss Nicki Minaj, because you mean to tell me that you're riding so hard for this woman, the same woman whose brother went to jail for SA, and she wrote a letter for him in defense of him, and then married another.
Oh, mind you, it was a child, which makes it worse.
Yeah, it was a 12-year-old. Then married a registered
offender
and had a child with him, and then it came out that he was a registered sex offender. And she tried to cover up the fact that her husband was a registered sex offender.
Y'all let's just say, y'all are supporting the wrong celebrities here. You know what I mean? Like, Constant, do you guys just not care because they make good music? And, like, I get it. Like, sometimes you can separate the music from the artist, but sometimes. But, like, it's different when you're defending that person. and like defending their character when they have shown you their character. And it's not good. It's not good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Nicki has some fucking bangers. But that doesn't make her a good human for it. Just because someone makes good music doesn't make them a good person. I'm not saying she's a bad person, but, you know, when you
The other
defend
thing
things...
is, like, even if you make good music, like, it doesn't put you above criticism. Like, Beyonce has some good music, Drake has good music, Nicki Minaj has good music, but it doesn't put you above criticism. And, like,
Right.
people have gotten to a place where you can't even say shit. And it's like, y'all are just way too sensitive, mad sensitive, for no reason.
Yeah. It's actually, oh my gosh, it's actually insane. And
it's astronomical to behave that way about people that don't even fucking know you exist.
Controversial, I don't care if it is or not, Justin Baldoni is that man.
That whole situation, I have been in like such a chokehold, like such a deep dive with that whole situation on TikTok because
he is that dude, period. Period. If you're on Blake's side, her rude ass, I like your bump. I like your little bump. Congrats on your little bump.
It just like floors me how, because did you watch Nick Vile's podcast? Earlier in the episode he talked about like the whole Blake Lively situation, and the whole time he was shitting on Justin, and he was like, well, you know, I just don't trust people that always try to put on a front like they're the good guy. I trust people more if they can like portray that they have bad moments and like sometimes they're an
But
asshole.
like all of her moments are bad.
Literally, I'm like, I think it's a little bit because that was his defense, and it was like, don't gang up on Blake Lively, don't pile up on Blake Lively. But then in the same breath, like he was also trying to divert hate onto Justin by being like, well, you know, I just don't trust people that try to act like they're, you know, goody two shoes or whatever.
I'm only trusting people's opinions who have actually read the book. Okay? Yeah. Because that's the whole point and argument of all of this, is that Blake Lively did what she wanted to do because she had money. I saw something where like she had an interview and she didn't even really know who Colleen Hoover was. If you haven't read the book, I don't trust your opinion on this, because the whole point is she did what she wanted to do. And Ryan Reynolds should not have been adding lines into that movie, number one. And then for you to be like, if the fucking interviewer asks you what you're gonna do because you're the main character, you're starring as a main character in a DV movie, you might have fans that reach out to you because you might have, you know, like sparked something for them. You might have helped someone get out of that situation. You might have helped someone like come to a realization. You might have helped someone feel better. And for people to reach out to you is like a big thing to carry. And while it may be stressful, like that's a huge honor. And for you to be like, what do you want me to do? Give them my phone number? Bring them to my house?
That was
Like,
wild. That
you're
response was
sick.
wild. It was
Why
crazy.
would you say that?
It speaks volumes, the fact that all of his like old cast members and people that he's worked with have come out over and over and over and over again being like, I have had an amazing experience with him. He is so humble, he is so kind, like I have nothing but good things to say about him. But then you go and nobody from any of the projects that Blake Lively has worked on, none of her co-stars follow her on any social media platforms. None of them have come out and been like, oh no, she's great, love her. None of them. So, like, I'm sorry, but I believe him a little bit more.
Yeah, because he's actually spreading awareness. His bio on his social medias is a DV hotline. You know what I mean? Like, he's spreading awareness, and she's spreading a fucking hair care product. Like,
yeah.
Are you serious? Are you actually serious?
They said
like,
that
at first I was like, you know what? I feel like she's kind of going to eat this part down. And then after the movie and after all the stuff came out, I was just like, why would you choose her?
Yeah.
Like, that's so disappointing.
I thought that I had heard that her getting cast was a big push on Colleen Hoover's part. Like, Colleen Hoover was the one that was pushing for her to play that role.
I'm sure, because guess whose side she took in the end?
Yeah. But they said that, which I don't fully agree with, but a lot of people say that, like, Colleen Hoover never, like, advertised this book as a, like, DV relationship. She very much tried to, like, romanticize it, which I can, like, agree and disagree with in, like,
Understand,
certain
but not.
aspects. But
The movie was very romanticized.
I didn't think so.
I mean, not like they made it seem like what he did was okay in the movie. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't how the book was. And that's like,
I think
the book was very much like, he did this to her. He did this to her intentionally. And like, if you don't pay very close attention in the movies, you might not like catch on.
Well, I think the main, like, the big difference is that the book, you're, like, in her internal monologue. Like, you are in Lily's POV. Whereas the movie, you're the audience. You're watching it. And so I feel like they were trying to make it more relatable in the sense that it can seem like an accident at first. Like, you can be talked out of it. You can be gaslit into believing, you know, that it was an accident. And then you can have a moment where, like, it's almost like water gets splashed on your face and you wake up and you're like, this was not accident. This is the person that he is. And a lot of times people, when they come to those realizations, it's already too late. They're so in deep in the relationship that it's too late for them. I don't know. I have so many thoughts on the movie and the book itself. Like, I could go on for days about it.
Yeah.
Which I think is why I'm so engrossed in it, is because I can see both sides of the coin, but I don't know. It's, like, hard because it's like I'll watch a video
It's
and I'll be
all
like,
a lot.
yeah. And then I'll watch another video and I'm like, yeah.
And then watch a video that's the total opposite of both of those, and you're like, yeah.
Like, yeah,
Like,
I think,
literally,
like,
that
you're
too.
making some good points here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
It's tough.
100%.
It's tough. But I would like to see his cut because we definitely got her cut of the movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
It
yeah. That's what they choose in the end.
Yeah. And
I think we should start a petition to see his version because I know it's amazing.
I mean, why doesn't he just release it? Because that's basically what Blake did to him. She released it. He was in the hospital allegedly, from what I've seen on TikTok. He was in the hospital and there was some, like, book bonanza, like, meet and greet or something going on. And it was her and Colleen Hoover there and I think some other person. And they were, like, having, like, I think, like, a Q&A or, like, they were doing something with the book, like, related to the book. And she played her cut of the movie at that screening while he was in the hospital.
Like, why?
Yeah. And then the people that were at that book bonanza thing said that when they went to the theater, that was the version that was played in the theater. And they're saying that, like, there's, like, a whole lore behind it of, like, they used her version because her version had the Taylor Swift song in it. And the only way that you were going to get the Taylor Swift song was if you had Blake's version because her and Taylor are friends and she was only going to release it in Blake's version. So I don't know. It's like a whole lore.
You could just go on Spotify and listen to Taylor.
Yeah, it's a whole lore. I don't know. It's like a whole thing.
Anyway, yeah, I digress. You know what I mean?
Now
Like,
we're going to switch to Love Island because since we were just talking about the Nick Vile podcast, did you watch it when he had Nicole on?
I did not watch the full thing, no. The only one I watched the full thing on was when he dropped Kayla's because I wanted to see if she was going to be a dumb bitch or not. And
girl, the one with Nicole.
I did see clips, though. And she was very, like, girl, like, respect this man's wishes. Respect him.
First of all, they were together when she did this interview.
Yeah.
They were a couple. And she spent the entire interview talking shit about him. The whole thing was talking shit about him. It was talking shit about him and then talking about how he's lied to her and talking about the whole trauma situation that happened with him and, like, making everything about her. And I'm going to be completely honest here. She said in that podcast that she has been getting nothing but like backlash from being associated with Kendall. And I'm like,
what do you think he's been getting?
No, because honestly, it's a lie. People started not to like her because of her, not because of being associated with him.
Because of the way she treated the situation.
Yeah. It was how she treated the situation. It was how she also acted in the villa. It was the fact that, like, as soon as she came out, like, she never posted about him. Like, we all figured that, like, their situation was fake.
I know, when they went to Disney, she was not with him.
Yeah.
Like, she was there, but she was not with him. The videos that he dropped where he was like, oh yeah, we're still together, like, you can see that he was upset. He was very much, like, uncomfortable, upset.
Yeah.
And, like, it was just so funny to me how at the reunion she was like, even though you made everyone think that we're not together, girl,
I was so confused by that.
Literally, he's the only one coming out saying that y'all are still together. And Cordell a king for clocking that, because what? Like, girl, you're doing too much.
That literally made zero sense, because I was like, he only said something once when he was on a podcast, and you haven't said anything at all, which is why people were suspecting in the first place that you guys weren't together, because you weren't posting about it. Like, I'm confused.
You're confused? I'm fucking confused.
It was just like, the whole thing was stupid. And then, that wasn't even the good part. Her talking about, like, Kendall trashing him, she basically did in that interview the same thing that she did at the reunion. What was crazy was Nick Viall was basically, like, every chance he could basically get, trying to insinuate that Kendall is gay. But he was like, when I interviewed him, he just seemed like somebody that wasn't comfortable in his own skin. And I just don't know, like, what that would mean.
So what if he is gay? Let's be real.
Literally.
So fucking what? If the man doesn't actually like women,
and then he's
so
like,
fucking be it.
He's like, do you believe that he sent it to a woman? And, like, just being weird and, like, trying to insinuate that, like, he's gay. And it's like,
you know what I can't stand? A podcast host that's just like, okay, I'm here for the messy. You know what I mean? But, like, there's a hair dangling from your cup, and it's been bothering me.
It's not a hair. It's from Eliana's Queen Bee book bag.
But anyway, like, I can't stand a podcast host. Well, being messy is one thing, but, like, being rude and, like, coming for people's character, like, when you don't actually know people, is just disrespectful. Like, yeah, ask questions. Ask the questions we all want to know. But, like, what is your purpose in that? What is your purpose in insinuating that he likes men? What is your purpose?
Especially because he was on your same podcast 2 weeks earlier. If you had these questions, if you thought that because that video came out as soon as they left the villa, and he was on your podcast like a couple days after that. So if you had all these questions, why weren't you asking him when he was
instead of a girl that clearly fucking hates the man? Because you know that she's gonna dog him.
Yeah, it was just, like, super weird, and I just don't like when people have guests on their podcast and they clearly have a bias.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that.
I mean, it depends, though, because I love the people. When Aaron went on that podcast with Rob and Kaylor, and the dude was dogging his ass. He was like, she would be so fucking stupid if she went back. Like, that real. Like,
but that's not having a bias. Like, he had no idea about the situation. Like, he hadn't even watched the episodes or anything. So he was just going off of what they were saying, and he's like, yeah, you're dumb as fuck for taking him back. Like, you're a little idiot. I think it's biased when you clearly like the person, so you're giving them more of a benefit of the doubt, or, like, setting up situations,
making the other person seem worse.
Yeah. Because he did the same thing when he had Aaron and Rob on his podcast. It was either the day before or the next day. He had an episode with them on there, And he was like, yeah, you're going to see like Aaron in a different light and blah, 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 blah. I watched the whole fucking thing. I didn't see Aaron in a different light.
Isn't that when he like cried?
It might have been. But I'm like, I didn't see him in a different light. He was literally still doing the same thing, making excuses for himself. And like the dude was making excuses for him. And I'm like,
yeah.
Are we serious right now?
Can we actually talk about Aaron? Like,
listen.
Kyla, stop! Kyla! Aaron, tuck your fucking
I
teeth.
feel really bad for him because I have seen like some of his videos that he's had on TikTok, and I can only imagine the hate that gets sent his way every single day, every time he opens, these apps. So like that I don't condone at all because like that would wear on someone after a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bullying. Like you guys are being bullies. Really.
Yeah.
But
genuinely, do I believe that he is a good person in that situation? No. I think he was a liar. I think he was a manipulator. I think he was a gaslighter. I don't think that he took accountability for anything. I think he owes so many people apologies. And I just don't genuinely think in that sense that he's a good person. But that doesn't mean that he deserves all of the constant
What
hate.
really killed me is the fact of like, why on the show, Kayla asked him multiple times, like, did anything happen? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? I could only imagine how many times she asked him off camera. I can only imagine how many times she asked him after they got out the villa. Like, it's been a month and a half, maybe, or a month since the finale. And like probably a month and a half since Casa even happened, or maybe longer than that. But like, you're telling her because you think it's better to tell her that you had your hand in Daniela's pants at the reunion in front of everyone on television. And now she's like, okay, I'm done. I'm in my bad bitch era. Like, I'm done crying over you. And then you fucking drop that bum at the reunion. For what? To make her feel like shit. It wasn't because your fucking granddad died and you just didn't think of it. You should have did that way before. And now you're using your granddad passing, condolences. Now you're using your granddad passing as an excuse to not grow the fuck up and say what you need to say. Like, you're sick, dude. That's not okay.
I knew straight from the jump that like he was going to be a manipulator when the first thing that he said when he saw her after coming back from Casa was, well, what did you see? What did you see?
We'll talk about it later.
Like
Ariana really ate when she said, I have all the time in the world. Yes, you do.
Period, queen. What? What do you mean? Like,
what did you see? Because you know that she saw multiple things and you want to know what she saw because you did more. Yes, because you did more than what she saw and you know that shit. You know what? You saw a 1 minute clip. And if she saw more, she would have saw you being a nasty fuck. Period.
You know what doesn't make sense to me is the fact that they said, because Kayla went on a podcast and she said that for movie night, we only saw them watch like maybe 5 or 6 clips. She said that they watched 12 to 13.
I know because there was all those ones on the screen.
But this is my thing, is you mean to tell me that you watched 12 to 13 and none of those clips contained him saying he put his hands down her pants or that he loved her?
I don't understand why they didn't do more for movie night. Like, it like seems like sometimes it just feels like Love Island, like the producers, they just want to show you what they want to show you. It's like almost like they want everything to blow over after everyone leaves, which is like, what is the point of doing movie night if you're not going to show?
But like, it also goes to the reunion because it was like such a ass reunion.
Yeah, they literally played like 10 minutes of them talking about the Andrea clip. They played that 10-minute clip.
I think, listen, a petty McPetterson, okay? There were people for like a month and a half that were like, release the footage, I want it uncut, unedited, I want to see every last bit of that footage. So they're like, bet. And they did it. And then people were like, I didn't need to see all that. That was pointless. You wasted 20 minutes of the reunion. You people were literally begging for this footage, begging for it. And then they gave it to you and you realized why they edited it because it was a fucking clusterfuck and a waste of time. But you wanted it, so they gave it to you. And if I was a producer, I would be petty as fuck like that too. I'd be like, well, this is what you wanted.
Yeah.
Now you see why we edited it.
100%. But they did not ask the questions that needed to be asked. Let's be real. If Janae is not the host of Love Island 2025, they're doing it wrong.
When she pulled out the paper,
pulled out a fucking stapled packet of receipts. She said, Aaron, do you feel bad for calling the girl stupid? She was like, you said that they should have sent Janae home. Do you remember that? Are you sorry for that?
She ate down.
Janae for president.
Down. And like, okay, I get it that like they were trying to keep it to like what happened in the villa because it's a reunion. You're supposed to talk about what happened in the villa. But
But not really.
I needed them to talk about because we get what happened in the villa. Everybody watched it for themselves. Everybody knows.
The whole point is after.
I want to know about all the people that were going on podcasts having a lot of shit to say.
Yeah, why did Connor have 0 questions asked towards him? I need to know what beef he had with Janae. Why does he hate her so bad?
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
Why does he not like her? Because what the fuck did she do to him? Because if anything, Janae should hate his ass for leaving her the way that he left her for Leah.
There was like 5 or 6 people there that didn't need to be there. Why were they there? Why were they sitting on that couch? They literally didn't speak. They didn't talk. What were they there for?
We didn't hear anything from Hakeem. Honestly, though, grateful. Didn't want to hear shit from him. Coy, you know what? He talked in that episode more than he talked in the entire day and a half that he was at fucking...
And I'm going to be really honest, I didn't understand what was going on with, like, Adea and Liv, with, I guess, her trying to say that the Casa girls had it harder than the Bombs. I didn't understand that entire conversation. That could have been cut. What even was that?
I, personally, though, I agree with... I mean, she didn't really say that they had it harder, but I feel like Bombshells have it harder because they're, like, forced to take some life. Like, Casa girls are just meant to flirt with the dudes, and the dudes choose them.
Yeah.
If it's anybody's problem, it should be the dudes. But, like, Bombshells have to literally come in and be like, I like your man, I'm taking him from you in front of everyone. That's, like, that's fucked up.
That's crazy.
Let's be real, that's so messed up.
And I know that I don't condone bullying Aaron and stuff, but honestly, I needed them to go so much harder on Andrea because I feel like she got it a little easy.
Yes.
Literally. Because I wanted someone with her being like, no, I love Leah, like, I blah, 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 blah. Okay, so why a week before this reunion were you caught on a live with your friends talking shit and calling her ugly?
Mm-hmm.
Explain. I needed it in Janae's notes. They really didn't give Rob a lot of airtime either, which I was confused about.
Right?
They didn't talk about shit with him either.
I need Janae to host a reunion at Leah's house.
Did you see the interview Kiki Palmer did? She did a good job with Serena and Cordell.
I didn't watch the full thing, but I saw clips and I love it. Because I love Kiki Palmer, I love Serena, I love Cordell.
But, like, that was a good point, too, was, like, we didn't hear barely anything from Serena and Cordell, and they were the fucking winners. And we didn't hear them talk barely at all.
Nicole talked the most. It was literally just, it was a 15-minute...
Delusional.
She's like, so that makes it okay for him to lie to me. No one fucking said that.
Okay. I do not discredit any, like, trauma that she has been through in past relationships, but when they were trying to, like, tell her, like, no, like, he cares, and she goes, well, then, I'm like, that's a fucking narcissist move right there. That's a narcissist move right there. Do we have nothing else to discuss before we get into this other stuff?
I did have one, but it's very quick. Y'all cannot talk shit about me because everything that I've done, I will admit. And if you have anything bad to say about me, I did it for a reason. What the fuck did you do to provoke that shit, dumb bitch? Try again. Come for me correct.
No, literally, I feel the same way because I had someone in life that was constantly trying to act like they were victimized by me. And I'm like, bitch, you literally provoked every single one of our bad interactions with your bad behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Get it together, bitch. So annoying. I hate when people play the victim. I hate when people start shit but then don't like how I finish it. Don't start shit with me then.
Oh,
Don't
for
start
real.
shit. If
Oh,
you
for
can't
real.
handle it, if you can't handle what's going to happen at the result, don't start anything.
Because
Because
the
I'm
thing
going to tell you
about me,
one thing. I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm cutthroat, bitch. You don't want these problems. You
yeah, I
sure
was
didn't
gonna
want
say
these problems.
one thing about me and Kim is we're gonna say shit, and it's not just gonna be us like, oh, you stupid fucking dumb ugly bitch. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, that's why your man left you in 2015, you stupid like stupid bitch. Like it's like very detailed, very thought out. Like that's why you only getting paid $10 for popping that shit online, bitch. Yeah.
I
I saw the
am
messages,
like,
you know what I mean?
I am a poet. When I get into an argument with
Oh,
someone.
for
I'm a
real.
word connoisseur when I get into an argument with somebody because I used to be like disrespectful. Like I used to just like cuss through the whole thing and just like be like, you know, and then
You
I
don't
was
need
like,
to.
and
Classy.
then
Keep it
yeah.
classy and demure.
And then I was like, nope, 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 nope. There is a way that I can respectfully disrespectfully read you for fucking filth. And I love that about me now because I can do it
It's
and you have,
mature.
yeah, but like you have nothing to say back because it's all true. That's also my other favorite part is when I talk my shit and you have nothing to say because you know it's true. You know
Or
it's
when they're
true.
like, well, actually, like you did this really awful thing and your only comeback was that it was on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
have I did that to somebody and they came back with lies and then they came back with stuff that wasn't even related to what we were talking about.
Like
Like they just went out of
borderline
left.
insults and trying to ruin things. Like,
Yeah.
oh, by the way, your husband fucking hates you.
Mm-hmm.
He says this about you all the time. Untrue, actually.
Mhm.
Your man hates you because he literally just said this about you last night because you were doing this. Don't get me started on that because that's not what we were talking about, but I can get started.
I
Let me
have
rev my
many
fucking
stories.
engine.
Literally, I have many
Like,
stories.
do
Many
not
stories.
get me started. Got a whole group chat full of messages.
Literally. You don't want to
Okay,
go there with me.
so we're gonna be talking about icks that men give us because we all get icks from men, like a lot of them. So I have a little list here. I'm gonna bring up a couple. I'm not really gonna read up from the list unless I like fall off track, but we'll just piggyback off of each other. I'm gonna start with when you are a grown ass man and you talk like a kid. And like, yo, what up, homie? You're 30. Big ups, my dude. And you're just trying too hard. You're too old for this. It really makes me uncomfortable.
My ick is men that wear pants that look like it's boa constricting your
The
dick and
jeans.
balls.
The jeans.
Like, I cannot with a man that looks like he painted on his jeans. Why are you doing that? In 2024, why are your jeans tighter than mine?
Yeah,
We don't even wear skinny jeans anymore. Skinny jeans are not in.
they're not.
Why are your jeans so tight?
You know when it's tight because like it's sagging a little bit at the back, but not like enough. And then like the area like where the crotch meets, it's like a big gap because it can't go all the way up.
Your jeans should not be so tight that you have left nothing to the imagination. You are on display.
Mm-hmm.
I'm disgusted. I'm repulsed.
Oh my god. You know what that just... I don't know if you've seen it because you haven't been in high school recently, but I graduated last year. So this was like a trend when I was in high school. But the fucking, like, the pants that are this far away from the ankles. But in addition to the shoes that divot under the ankle. So it's like a full shoe and then it's like... That is the worst shit ever. And then can we also talk about, gave me the biggest ick, this year's prom, the painted, it was like airbrushed suit jackets, which that was okay, but y'all were pairing it with jean shorts and like pants shorts. Like y'all were wearing shorts to prom with sneakers. I didn't like it. I'll have to pull up a picture because it was the absolute worst. Do not wear shorts to prom. It's not a look. Y'all thought that y'all are fashion trendsetters and you're not. It gave me the worst ick. I hated it.
Yeah. I don't like when men breathe. I don't like when men eat. I don't like when men sleep. I don't like when men talk. Oh my god. Biggest ick, when men talk, when they open their mouth.
Literally, because why are you doing that? Close it.
Shut it. You literally
Close
have
it.
nothing to add, nothing to
Ooh,
say.
ooh,
Please be quiet.
ooh,
Hush. The
ooh.
grown-ups are talking. Please be quiet.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't the men find me and start telling me I'm ugly.
No, please, because I will Drew Afwalo their ass. Also, honorable mention, Drew Afwalo. Can we talk about, okay, I love her. I should have mentioned her podcast and everything, like, in our first episode when we were introducing our favorites and everything. But, like, I love her so much. And she just got on the New York Times bestseller list. And she is the first Samoan woman to ever get on that list. Clap for her. Love her so much. Literally, congratulations. I need to go buy the book. Anyway, just wanted to mention that really quick. But yeah, come for Kim. I come for you, bitch.
No, literally. It is so hard being a woman in 2024 and being attracted to men and married to a man, but like seriously despising men in general.
Oh, for real.
Because like
Or just
I don't
being
like
with them in general, not just married, like just being with a man.
I genuinely there are good ones out there. Like mine's a good one, but
Mm-hmm.
all the other ones
Suck ass. And it's like literally 2 out of every 10 men that I know are decent. You know what I mean? Like at least 8 out of 10 fucking suck ass.
literally. And sometimes mine's questionable. Sometimes he says some
For
things that I
real.
look at him a
No,
little
because
sideways.
since we were talking about Love Island, can we talk about how both your husband and my boyfriend were team Nicole and Kendall till the literal end?
Yeah.
Are
That
they
was concerning.
okay? Are you alright?
That was concerning.
What the fuck? You're on Team Kendall? And it's crazy because, like, you're on Team Kendall, but, like, I need you to get like him for real. Get messy. Like, I need you to find out more details. Anyway. But,
No, I knew it was bad when your brother caught me watching a few Andrew Tate videos.
oh, yeah, I had a conversation. Oh my god. I had a conversation. That's an egg. Me and Malik were on the phone. Because if you guys don't know, Kim's husband is my brother, sadly. We were on the phone, I think it was last week, and we were talking about Andrew Tate or whatever. And I was talking about a video, and Andrew Tate was talking about how, like, he can't really connect with his sister because, like, he doesn't know what the fuck to talk about with her. And he's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, talk about Gossip Girls? I don't know if that's what he mentioned, but, like, he mentioned, like, a very girly show or movie. And he was like, I live with my brother. He's my best friend, best person in the world. But I was talking to Malik about it. He was like, that's not how he said it. And I'm like, okay. And then I was like, but he says some other things that are very questionable. And he's like, well, those are taken out of context, Malik. I'm going to fucking strangle you when I see you. Why are you supporting this man? He sucks. Like, dude, this sucks.
Your brother is very questionable. And not to mention, he's low-key kind of a Trump supporter. Not to like out him on the pod, but
let's out him on the pod. Let's cancel Malik.
He's very much not Kamala Harris 2025, I'll tell you that much. It cracks me up because literally he's one of those that like he just wants to argue with you, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
yeah, he just wants to argue.
I grew up with him.
So telling him like I think it's so funny that you're gonna support somebody that literally wants to make you a slave again. And he's like, well, we'll see about that. No, he doesn't. Cool. And I'm like, okay, you're right. We are going to see.
Then back to literally what we were talking about. Like, y'all are supporting the wrong people. Like, the man is disgusting. He's disgusting.
Yeah, he's literally said on stage, in front of everyone, on camera, that if he becomes president, you will never have to vote again because they are just going to rig the election. So.
Yeah. I saw a compilation of videos of him talking sexually about his daughter and how if his daughter wasn't his daughter, he would tap that. And how if his daughter wasn't his daughter, he would choose her. And how his daughter's so beautiful and sexy.
Oh, God.
I'm hoping it was AI. Honestly, I'm hoping it was AI, but I don't think it was.
Somebody needs to get on his ass.
Me. But anyway, that's another ick. Them supporting people that are very much like against us. Like, especially women. Like, you're supporting someone who hates women. I'm sorry. Some of y'all might hate me for this. I just can't with men in sandals. I can't do it. I don't want to see you guys' toes. Like, I don't want to see your manly ass feet and these delicate ass shoes. Like,
delicate ass.
And then for you to be wearing, and my boyfriend is a victim. I literally hate when he does this shit. I tell him all the time, you're wearing Nike slides with no socks. Wear fucking socks. I hate it. I don't like, those are athletic slides. They're meant to be worn with socks. Like after a workout or after a game. They're not meant to be having your dogs out in them. And I just know it's uncomfortable because it's got those like the bumps and just wear socks. It's not that difficult.
This happened to me the other day with your brother, and I immediately like saw it, and I told him, I was like, listen, I've like never really had an ick before, but like what you just did gave me like the biggest ick.
Mm-hmm.
And we were laying in bed, and it was like just his feet sticking out, you know?
Of the blanket?
Yeah, and he's like talking to me, and while he's talking to me,
Playing with his
like,
toes.
he's like rubbing and like kicking, like
Yes.
like you know how they say like swinging and kicking my feet and giggling, like that's what it was giving. And I'm like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Stop doing it.
Another egg. Mamas.
What?
Mamas.
Mamas?
What's that mamas?
Oh.
It depends.
Yeah,
Because
if a certain type of man says it to you in a certain
yes, exactly.
tone.
Because I was gonna say it the straightforward way and probably get canceled, but I can't. What's up, mamas? Like, ew. Like, Mark, go.
Mark, get out.
Mark, never say that again. Miguel, you can say it. No,
yeah,
but you know what I mean.
That's kind of where I was going with that. I'm like, if somebody
I know. Because I was gonna say like white men, they just like make it okay, mommy, but like MOMMY, gagging. You're sick. That's disgusting.
You know what gives me the biggest ick is grown ass men that still call their mommies like anytime something happens to them. Like, mommy, I'm sick. Mommy, this just happened to me.
My back hurts.
Literally.
Can you come on my feet, mommy?
Like,
how old are you?
You're a grown ass man. Get it together. Mm-hmm. Why are you still calling your mommy?
Mm-hmm. And literally, mommy.
Literally.
I'm dumbfounded. Genuinely. Stop.
It's like, please, spare us. Spare me.
Also, big ick. Big ick. And you know what? This is a little controversial because, you know what? And I feel like it's only going to be, maybe not, but I feel like mainly it's controversial to men. It's 2024. Go get therapy. It's okay to be vulnerable. Go get therapy. If you need therapy, it's okay. If you need anger management, it's okay. Like, it's okay.
It's also okay to believe that other people might have mental issues and might need help.
Yes.
It's
not
every man to be one of those men that's like, oh, I don't believe in that shit.
Literally, it's not every man, but a few people don't believe that you can go to like therapy and talk to people to get these things figured out. Like, they just don't believe it. And that's like a huge ick for me because like, why are you downplaying my emotions and how I feel or how other people feel? Because you don't know. And then what's even crazier is these are the same people because they're in denial, you need therapy. You literally claim that this is not real, but you need therapy.
You could benefit from some one-on-one time.
And these are the same men, oh, therapy's not real, anger's not real, depression's not real. But then when they get sad, they never cry, and then they just go fucking punch holes in walls. Like, chill. Chill.
Ow.
Let's go sit on a very comfy couch. I know a really good guy. He'll talk to you about it.
A really good guy.
He takes your insurance. Like, don't even worry. I got you. But yeah, that's a big ick. Like, not admitting mental health is real and not admitting that you might need therapy. Because it's okay. It is okay to not be okay. Period. And it's okay to not understand it fully. But know that you need help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you do.
It's very much concerning when, like, you know you're angry all the time and you need help, and then you just keep taking it out on everyone else.
Literally.
Very gross.
Very weird.
I can't stand. And you know what? I'm gonna call Malik out again because he's the main fucking person to be like, oh yeah, I'm a teller. And he doesn't do it, and it makes me so mad because I'm like, you know what you need to say. You can say it very classy. Oh, I'm hunching. You can say it very classy, very demure. And you're just choosing not to speak.
Yeah.
To keep the peace. Fuck the peace. Fuck the peace.
See, and I'm the, like, fuck the peace person, so then I say it, and then I get in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Literally, and I get yelled at. Miracle, that wasn't okay to say. And I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Literally. Like, the last time that they all got into it, and I was like, why didn't y'all just say that you had the receipts? Why didn't y'all just say that you had the proof? So that way we could stop with the lies and the gaslighting and the, I don't know what you're talking about. Bitch, I have the receipt.
Because, yeah, last time I have messages with that person, they started posting on Facebook. Why couldn't you say that to me? Why'd you block me? And then start posting on Facebook like I'm not going to see it. Girl, I got apps everywhere. I got people that got fake accounts everywhere. We're gonna see your shit, bitch.
Literally, like, you're done.
Big ick. Men that, like, make alcohol and drugs their personality. You don't have to smoke 10 times a day. You don't have to pop 20 pills a day. I don't know why you're bragging about it. I don't know why you're drinking bottles down. And, like, I get, you know, like, there's people have problems and they can't get past it, but bragging about it and posting it constantly, and the people who post the guns next to the pills, next to, like, $100 bill, like, you're broke. Let's be real. But, like, come on. That's not cute. It makes me want to throw up in my mouth. Anyway, that's all for our podcast today, guys. We kind of just, like, you know, I feel like I like when we ramble. The last videos that we've dropped, we had, like, a very much, y'all saw me with my journal, like Janae. Like, we had a list and everything we wanted to say. I kind of like when we get to, like, freeload because I want it to feel like we're on a FaceTime call with you guys because we love you guys. We love our supporters.
Our whole 10 followers. Thank you.
How many followers do we actually have?
No, I do it this way because I don't know how to, is it like this? Oh,
yeah.
I'm throwing
just type your thumbs. Yeah, you gotta type your thumbs.
Oh fuck, my leg is asleep. My leg is asleep. Oh, it's doing the tinglies right now. Okay, anyway. What, this? Oh,
guys, look at my pants.
Like this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you.
I love my hippie
our
pants.
Whole 10 followers and our whole 3 haters that left us hate comments. Love you.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Support me.
Ratio 10 to 3.
10 to 3. Not doing too bad.
Imagine, it's like we have 10,000 followers.
Literally.
3,000 haters.
Listen.
I don't care, because y'all are watching our account. Period.
Listen, we are all just trying to make it some way, shape, or form to where we don't have to go to a 9 to 5 every day, okay? Mm-hmm. I don't want to go to my 9 to 5 anymore. I want this podcast to take off so that way I can do what I like to do, which is just, like, sit around and talk. Yeah. So let me make that dream a reality.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't care if this, like, I want it to take off, and I truly think that we could. But if it doesn't, whatever. You know what I mean?
I
Like, we
know.
have
That's like
fun doing this.
literally,
And our
like
10 followers like us. So, period.
literally. They're like, well, you're never going to be successful. Okay. And if I'm not, I get to sit down once a week and talk to my bestie like I would every other day.
Anyway, literally.
So it's
It's
just
just
now,
on this one we're recording
yeah,
it.
it's just
There's
now it's
literally no
recorded.
difference.
Now you get to see
But
it.
yeah, like Helga said, we need to be in the kitchen. What do they think we do with our like days? Do they think that we just sit here like this all day talking like robots?
Literally.
No, like I wake up, I go to work,
children,
I come
three
home,
animals.
I come home, I clean, I cook in the kitchen, might I add. And then once a week, me and Kim film for an hour and a half. But granted, for that hour and a half, I should be in the kitchen cooking. You know, Helga was right.
Will you actually do the marathon with me? Don't do this to me, Miracle.
Kim, I can't stay focused on a book for longer than an hour.
I told you could read poetry.
Okay, but I'm just gonna get tired. And how are we even gonna read for 24 hours? You have kids.
Malik will take care of it.
So what are we supposed to do? Sit in a room and ignore everyone for 24 hours?
Yeah. It's our favorite thing to do.
Yeah. You're adding reading to the mix. That's your favorite thing to do. I enjoy it for small spurts. Kim, I read like an hour every week. And you want me to read for a full day. Well, yeah, go find that, bitch. Fuck you too.
Actually, I already do have a book friend, but...
Oh, okay.
It's Alicia, but we don't really talk about books that much. I don't really message her that often.
Well, then that's a you problem.
I know. It is a me
Why
problem.
are you making it a me problem? Because it's not a me problem.
It's like I want friends until I actually have to. That's why, like, Alicia's perfect. Because, like, she's not high maintenance at all. And I really thought the problem was, like...
We'll go call her then.
No. I mean, like, I don't get... Well, because we're on a different level. It's not really like a friend thing. You know what I mean? So, anyway, yeah.
You're making me blush.
Yeah. Anyway. So, like, when she's, like, not high maintenance, she's, like, low maintenance. So, we, like, chat maybe every few months. And it's good, you know? And whenever I try to, like, have a friend, like a friend, it's just so much work. It's so much work. And I thought the problem was other people, but I started realizing the problem is me. I'm the problem. I don't like talking to people anymore.
It's okay. They're there.
I know. I need help. I need therapy. It's really bad. I'm like a hermit. Don't like seeing nobody. I'm tired all the time. I'm old.
I think depression.
Yeah, probably that too.
Yeah.
No, because I literally get like a phone notification, like somebody's texted me or something, and I'm like, ugh, who is it?
And then it's me, and then you get happy.
And then I'm like, oh, hey, what's up, girl? What you doing?
Literally.
Just almost pissed nuts.
Is Malik still out there? Can he hear us?
I don't know, but I can FaceTime him. Are
you out there? Wilson. Wilson.
This is only
Link answer.